What is the virtual DOM in React and why is it actually useful? Why does React use a virtual DOM? Well, in today's video, you're going to learn just that. So first off, let's just kind of start off with what the DOM is. And the DOM is the document object model. Once you send your HTML to the browser is going to create this object model that is going to represent your web page. And this object model is going to allow developers to interact with the web page and add some of this interactivity and make the dynamic web pages that we're used to today. And the virtual DOM is actually fairly similar to the actual DOM. However, it's just a lightweight representation of the actual DOM, and it's stored in memory and synced with the actual DOM by the library React DOM. And this syncing of the actual DOM and the real DOM is called a reconciliation, which is a question that you might get on your interviews. So the virtual DOM is a representation of the actual DOM. It's stored in memory and it's synced with the actual DOM, and that syncing process is called a reconciliation. Now, that's nice and all. We know what the virtual DOM is, but what's the point of this? Like, why? Why do we use this? Well, manipulating the actual DOM in the web browser, it's pretty dang slow and takes quite a bit of time because you make one of your kind of manipulations and then the browser needs to repaint the entire page. And this process is just fairly slow and it can kind of cause some page jank and some poor user experience. But manipulating the virtual DOM, it's actually very fast, as just manipulating this DOM, when you do that, nothing gets repainted on your page. So it's not actually slow. It's very fast to do. So each time there's a change in the state of your application, React's going to create a new virtual DOM instead of just going and manipulating the real DOM. And then once they have this newly created virtual DOM, they'll actually compare it to your old virtual DOM and they'll check if there are any differences. This process is called diffing. And if they do find differences between your old virtual DOM and your new virtual DOM, React will find only the elements that need to be updated, and it will then update those based on the differences between your old virtual DOM and your new virtual DOM. And React can also make these updates in batches instead of updating everything individually, needing to repaint your entire web page, updating another element individually, repainting your up page, so on and so forth. It will find the elements, just the elements that need to be updated, and then it will make a batch update. So then you experience less kind of total repainting of your web page, which will drastically increase your performance. So let's actually look at an example of this in the React docs. So in this kind of rendering elements portion of the React docs, they have this cool example in which you can see that their web page here, right up top, it says hello world, and then it has a time that just increments from 46 to 49 seconds here. And they show a little snapshot of their inspector tab, and this little purple right here shows you what's being updated. And you can see within this DOM here, the only thing that's being updated is the time, because that's the only thing that's changing. React isn't repainting hello world, and it's not repainting it is right here. It's only changing the time. And this is because it's comparing the old virtual DOM to the new virtual DOM, and it's seeing, okay, well, the only thing that's changing here is the time. So that's the only thing we need to update. And we can go update this very quickly, make a batch update instead of needing to update things individually and repaint a whole bunch. Okay, so this dramatically increases the performance of your application. So the virtual DOM is a lightweight representation of the actual DOM that is stored in memory, and it is eventually synced with your actual DOM. And this process of syncing them is called a reconciliation. The reason this is done is because manipulating the DOM is very slow, but manipulating the virtual DOM is fast. And when something changes in your application, React will create a new virtual DOM, compare it to your old virtual DOM in a process called diffing. It will find only the elements that need to be changed. it can create a batch update to change those elements, and then it will update your actual DOM when it does so. So hopefully this video gives you a good idea of what the virtual DOM is in React. So thanks for tuning into this, and I'll see you in that next one.